I taught 8 classes when I was in law school, got 3 HPs in my last semester, and now I'm a lawyer. I'm going to just share with you the weekly study routine that helped me improve my grades. When I started implementing this, I never failed a unit again. And in my last semester, I ended up getting 3 HPs. By the way, if you're new here, the content that I post on my blog and on this page is right here. First of all, no matter what, every single week there are always some assessments that you are working on. That's why I find it helpful to have a table filled with all of my due dates for all of the semesters for all of my units in that semester. Oh my god, that was such a tongue twister. So I know when my busiest periods are, and I would work my study routine around those assessments that are due. The fun thing that I like to do just to keep myself engaged is turning them into side quests. So this is kind of like a checklist example. So these would be the side quests, and not only would I have those tasks, I would also date them on like when I need to do them by. This helps me make sure that I don't do my assessments in the last minute. But yeah, these side quests, work on these assessments, these will always be part of the weekly study routine. So for every single unit, this is the process that I would follow. So before I do the readings, I would actually review the lecture slides if they are available. Because you know, in law, there's a lot of pages of readings, and one of the things that helped me stay engaged with the many pages of readings is actually getting a little, knowing what I'm getting myself into. So that's why I would review the lecture slides, so I kind of know what I'm getting myself into, and I'm not starting to read those readings blind. If lecture slides aren't available, I have another pre-reading technique that I use, but as much as I can. If the lecture slides are available, I review them before I do the readings. And then, of course, do the readings. Self-explanatory. Watching the lectures, I know some people prefer to go in person, and I actually prefer being in person, but for lectures, I actually prefer to watch the recorded. Prefer not to attend live because I treat lectures as a YouTube video where I take notes. I like the ability to be able to go back and rewind to things that I have missed. I can take it at my own pace compared to if I'm live, so that's why I actually just prefer to watch it. I make sure that I have done my readings before I watch the lecture, and all 3 of those things I make sure to have done before I attend the class. Then after the class, that is when I take the time to review the topic. And the important part is take note of the things that aren't clicking for me. One of the things that had made me fail classes in law school was because I addressed things that I didn't understand until it was time to prepare for exams. The thing is, the things that you don't understand, they accumulate quite fast. So you actually make life easier on yourself if you just address them as you go.